You know that feeling when you go on a blind date and upon seeing your date for the very first time, he or she turns out to be such a hottie. Well dude, that's exactly how I feel about this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive. You see, just when I thought that the engineering unit that I got to drive last year was good enough, well hot damn, pare, this final product, it's good enough to wet my pants. Now, curious to know why? Well, dude, let's do this. $254 horsepower, all-wheel drive, below 2 million Philippine pesos. If that sounds like a steal, pare, it definitely is. The Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive is the performance trim of the local Tiggo 8 Pro lineup. This 7-seater performance SUV is unique in this segment since it is the most powerful all-wheel drive 7-seater SUV for the price. Coming in at 1,998,000 Philippine pesos, the Tiggo 8 Pro all-wheel drive delivers tech, features, and performance that other SUVs below 2 million pesos can only dream of. But given that the Tiggo 8 Pro with a 1.6-liter turbo engine can be bought for 300,000 less, can the added performance of this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive justify the asking price? Let's find out. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. Hello, Chery.
Yes, I'm here.
Open the sunroof sunshade.
Okay, it's opening.
Pare, I love that about this vehicle. Its AI, the voice command system is pretty fantastic. But that, my friends, is not the biggest draw of this vehicle. In fact, the biggest draw of the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive is its absolute performance. You see, pare, unlike the other Chinese cars, Chinese offerings here in the Philippines, which come with a small 1.5-liter small displacement engine, well, this Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive, as the name says, comes with a larger displacement 2-liter turbo 4 that is good for 254 horsepower and 390 newton meters of torque. The closest 7-seater SUV that you can get that comes close to that performance number would be the GAC GS8. Pero dude, you'll have to shell out 200,000 Philippine pesos more and you'll have to settle for a front-wheel drive system. Now, essentially, if you think about it, the Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive has zero competitors in its price range because all the other, all-wheel drive or 4x4 7-seater SUVs out there are already above the 2 million peso price point. Now friends, there is absolutely no question about it. The performance of this value SUV, pare, it's insane. It's literally insane. See, pop it in sport mode.
Sports mode.
Okay. Disengage traction control, although I don't think I should do that because the road is wet. And the acceleration, woo, of this family hauler is awesome. It's freaking brutal, pare. Oh yeah. But here's the deal. Look, the roads are wet. It's been raining cats and dogs for the past days. Well, for the past week that I've had the Tiggo 8 Pro all-wheel drive. And because we have an all-wheel drive system here, well, we have confidence, pare. This vehicle is sure-footed even on wet road conditions. You have that confidence to really drive it well, Even if it's raining, even if the roads are wet. Because yeah, you have all-wheel drive. So you have better traction than, let's say, a front-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive vehicle. It's all well and good. You know, it's fantastic. It drives well until you engage manual mode and use the paddle shifters. I was a little bit taken aback by that. I would expect that the paddle shifters of this vehicle would be responsive, but unfortunately that's not really the case. It's a bit, it's a bit slow to upshift, considering we have a wet type dual clutch transmission here. Yeah, so it would be best to just leave it in drive and let the vehicle, shift for itself. Well, sayang lang. But it's just a tiny nitpick of this fantastic car. Thankfully, the wet type dual clutch transmission of this Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive is one of the best, if not the best in the price category. Now that not just applies to this 2-liter all-wheel drive, but also to the 1.6-liter Tiggo 8 Pro, because well, they do share the same dual clutch transmission. This vehicle has some really smooth and refined shifts. And yeah, it doesn't even jerk, even if I'm going in stop-and-go traffic. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot because this is a dual clutch, which usually would jerk when you're going in stop-and-go traffic. However, pare, even if we have a smooth transmission here, of course, there's no such thing as a perfect vehicle. And I do have a few nitpicks about the Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive. For one, well, the steering could use a little bit more feel and a little bit more of a sharper response would be greatly appreciated. Now, another nitpick here is, well, I'm pretty sure you guys guessed it, the fuel economy. I mean, we don't have a small displacement 1.5 liter here. We have a turbo 2-liter turbo 4, and yeah, pare, with great power comes great fuel consumption. I mean, in eco mode, we do have eco mode here. Let me just shift that eco mode.
Normal mode entered. Economic mode entered.
See, so we have eco mode here, and in eco mode and in light city drives, the best I could do was around 10 kilometers per liter. It's not bad. It's not bad for a 7-seater mid-size SUV. But out here on the highway, I can only do 12, and I was taken aback. I was really taken aback by that. I mean, I would have expected something more like a 15 or a 16, but unfortunately, that's not the case. So yeah, it's just 12 kilometers per liter in eco mode and in super like eco driving on my part. I mean, I would blame the all-wheel drive system for that because, well, all-wheel drive vehicles tend to consume more fuel than, let's say, their front-wheel drive counterparts. Another thing, pare, is the Tiggo 8 Pro only has a 51-liter gas tank. So pair that with with a dismal fuel consumption, fuel economy figures, and yeah, you're looking at more frequent trips to the gas station. Pero dude, nobody will buy the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive and think about fuel economy anyway. Diba? You don't buy an all-wheel drive vehicle and think, oh, I want to save gas. I mean, pare, if you want to save gas, then go up to the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro PHEV because that, my friend, will be better suited to you. In terms of looks, well, the Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive is practically identical to the other Tiggo 8 Pros in the Philippines, or in the local lineup. Well, we still get that now familiar large hexagonal shaped front grille there, and also the best feature for this front mug, which are these full matrix LED headlight units. Now, dude, I love how these matrix headlights would follow your steering wheel whenever you're turning the car so that you will constantly see well when you're driving at night. The side profile is identical to the other Tiggo 8 Pros in the local lineup, which means that we now get puddle lamps in this Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive, and those puddle lamps spell Tiggo on the floor, and they are coming from your power folding side mirrors. Now we also have the same size 18-inch alloy wheels here, which are hiding the same mechanical bits as the other Tiggo 8 Pros. Now that means that we get disc brakes on all 4 corners, and we have a MacPherson front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Now as for the ground clearance, it's a bit on the low side for an SUV because it stands at 167 millimeters, which if you think about it is, well, it's still the same as the other Tiggo 8 Pros in the local lineup. Now pare, as I showed you at the start of this video, one of the coolest features of the Tiggo 8 Pro series is the voice command. You see, Chery Auto calls it the intelligent voice control, and it's quite similar to Siri or Alexa or Google Assistant. I mean, pare, it's eerily accurate, and for me, it's the best voice command for the price category. You see, there are no preset words or commands. You know, just talk to it and it will perform the task. I mean, you lead with, "Hello, Chery.
I'm listening.
Can you set the aircon temperature to 19 degrees?
Okay, I've adjusted the temperature in all areas to 19.0 degrees.
See, there you go. I mean, you just say that, you lead with, "Hello, Chery." Now,
I'm
dude,
listening.
see, even if...
Sorry, I don't know how to do that yet.
Okay, cancel.
Okay, canceled.
There you go. Anyway, dude, pare, I'll make a quick video of all the commands that I've discovered, and I'll put a link of that in the description below. Now, complementing that eerily accurate voice command system is a fantastic cabin spread here that it will really knock your socks off. I mean, first up, we now have a panoramic sunroof here. We didn't get that in the engineering unit, but thankfully, they threw that in and the price didn't really change much. Now, we also have a set of dual 12.3-inch LED displays here, one for your gauge cluster and another one for your infotainment system. Now, the thing is, the infotainment system only comes with Apple CarPlay. It still doesn't have Android Auto. We just have QD Link here. Pero pare, I honestly don't mind because you use the Bluetooth connectivity and you use that intelligent voice command thingamajig of this Tiggo 8 Pro. I mean, you're gold, pare. I love it. I really love it. So yeah, maybe Android Auto will detract from the experience. I don't know, but so far it's been working for me. Now, we also have a wireless charge pad here, and we get the same premium cabin materials that we've now come to expect from a Tiggo 8. We have ambient lighting here on the middle dashboard. We've got these faux leather seats that come with power adjustments for both the driver and the front passenger. And we also have these nifty butterfly headrests here. And we also have a really pretty decent quality Sony speaker system. And as I said, we get all of the the gorgeous soft touch materials on the dashboard and the door cards, which is pretty much what you'd already expect from a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro. One of the best features that Chery Auto added to this Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive is the ADAS system, or Advanced Driver Assist Aids. Now, as you're seeing on your screen, we do get a full suite here, which first appeared in the Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter, and there was a clamor to bring it also to this 2-liter and also to the PHEV. And yes, Chery Auto Philippines listened to the clamor, and voila, we have that here in this variant as well. Now friends, I love the traffic jam assist, which is very, very useful when you're tired and just want to go home and you're stuck in stop-and-go traffic. I also love the fact that, you know, the hazard lights of this vehicle comes on when it senses that you're about to, you know, to engage emergency braking. You know, part of the ADAS system is emergency braking, and that means that the car will brake hard if it feels that you might hit the vehicle in front of you. Now, there are other car brands who have that, but the problem there is the cars behind you might be surprised and might hit you from behind. Now, when this Tiggo 8 Pro hazard lights engages, then that would alert the driver behind you and give him or her enough time to apply the brakes and avoid hitting you at the back. Now, I love that, pare, and I really wish that the other car makers would also include that in their emergency braking systems. Now, pare, I'm pretty sure that some of you are already thinking about this, or some of you might even be typing in the comment section. Well, Reagan, you know, the lower price Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter also has that ADAS system, and there's also a 2-liter Tiggo 8 Pro that comes equipped with a front-wheel drive system, and it also sells for 100,000 pesos less than this than this Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you're wondering, gonna ask me like, Reagan, why do you even need the all-wheel drive system, diba? Why do you need it? I mean, why will you spend more money just for that all-wheel drive? And let me answer that question right now. You see, there's a class of people out there who prefer to drive a vehicle with an all-wheel drive system. Let's say people who own Subarus, for one, you know? Or guys like me who always needs to park their vehicle on a steep parking ramp. And you know, that steep parking ramp, pare, gets slippery when wet. All right, when it gets wet, it gets really slippery. Lubricated, in other words. So there is a case to be made for this, you know, Tiggo 8 Pro that comes with an all-wheel drive system, and that is particularly highlighted during the typhoon season. I mean, I've been driving on the highway with heavy rains, heavy downpours, and pare, I really, you know, I never lost confidence. I never lost confidence that I might lose grip. I might need to slow down a little bit because I might lose grip, pare. I mean, I love that. I love that you don't leave anything to chance. And yeah, because of that, this Tiggo 8 Pro with its all-wheel drive system and also the most powerful engine in the Tiggo 8 Pro lineup is my most favorite Tiggo 8 Pro in the entire Tiggo 8 lineup here in the Philippines. Now, pare, let's check out the second row seats and let me talk to you about what the space is all about. But here's the thing, pare. The Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive may be a 7-seater, but it's not really the most spacious in the segment. You see, the car itself is a bit on the narrow side, so yeah, the space here takes a bit of a hit. Now, that narrow form factor means that it would be easier to maneuver this vehicle around, let's say, tight city streets. Pero yun nga, your space here at the back takes a bit of a compromise. Now, if you're Asian size, it's not going to be a big issue. Plus, well, we do have a panoramic sunroof here, which helps to elevate that feeling of space, at least here in the second row. Now, thankfully, also, we do have a good set of, of features and amenities here at the back. See, we get a pair of rear AC vents there. We have our own blower control, and we have a USB charge port. Plus, we also have that, that safety alert here on your doors in case you're going to open your doors to make sure that there's no car that's coming. That's part of the ADAS system of this vehicle. And of course, we also have a center armrest here with a pair of cup holders. Now, as for the third row seats, pare, the third row seats are quite decent for smaller adults and for kids. In fact, my own kids love to stay at the third row seats because they also have their own blower control there for their aircon, and they also have a pair of AC vents. So they were quite comfortable when they stay at the third row seats of the Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive. The rear end gets a set of functional quad exhaust pipes here, which separates this Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive from the other Tiggo 8 Pro variants here in the Philippines. Now we also have a smart power liftgate here, and when you pop it open, you'll see that we get over 1,100 liters of cargo space, which is good enough for around 3 large Sky Travel luggage here with the third row seats folded. The Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 2-liter all-wheel drive sits in the sweet spot of performance, tech, safety features, and value for money. While most people would be more than content with the Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter, this 2-liter all-wheel drive SUV gives access to a higher level of performance and tech that is unheard of for below 2 million pesos. It's the perfect vehicle for the family man who doesn't want to compromise on performance, but also recognizes a good value when he sees one. Thanks for watching.